All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. We're going to be going over Facebook ads, and this is going to be an awesome call. I got some great ads to share with you. So let me know who we got with us. Let me know where you're coming in from. And if you are getting involved with our expired stuff or expired, kind of like we started off as a challenge, but people are killing it. So we're going to be going in through February with our expired stuff. So when you log into your Listings to Leads account, you'll see a kind of a pop-up that's got information for it. And let me show you something actually. Not only is this working for expireds, but the same principles are working for seller leads, referrals. This guy right here, John Summers. I'll make it a little bit bigger. And let me pop this over here. He got a call from a friend last night and for a referral to somebody, what have you. And so John sent the 24-page flip book. So there's a marketing flip book for expireds. There's one for canceled. There's one for FSBOs, and there's one for regular listings. And the sellers were very impressed and asked if he could come over Monday at 3:00. It's one thing to get a referral lead. It's another thing to send a text and get an invitation to come over, and they are the one. John didn't have to do the whole, does Monday work or Tuesday work? They came back to him and said, very impressive. People use that for FSBOs. They use it for canceled. Another client this morning was telling us in our 7 a.m. Pacific live huddle that she sent this out to the seller leads in her database and has a listing coming up today. She's going over to sign the paperwork today for it. And that was just sending out the same thing we're doing for expireds. You just reword it a little bit. And we're talking about that in our expired training and knocking out the database. Yes. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Looks like a turkey made it through another year. Dude, what does that mean? Leo, my wife was just talking about you this morning. I said, who's that Greek guy that does those really good videos? I said, I think you mean Leo. She goes, yeah, that's right. That's the guy. Oh my God, it was so fun. She likes your videos. Anyways, I hope you don't mind being called Greek. Anyways, yeah. And then, man, Mohammed, this guy is knocking it out of the park. You should, if you're in the challenge group, I even call it the challenge group now because we're past the challenge. We're now calling it the 2026 pipeline builder, 2026 expired pipeline builder. And if you're in that group, search this guy's name, Mohammed Gazma. This guy he's a beast. This one here, he goes, I missed the huddle last Friday because he was door knocking. I door knocked a vacant site condo. It was a builder. Engaged a seller via text. He was a no, but I checked back after his open house on Sunday. So the way he explained it is a little bit confusing, but in further comments with him, it's a builder. And so the builder, I'm not sure if it was like a 2-3 unit. It sounds like it was like a 2 to 3 unit, maybe, where he's in Michigan. This might be in Detroit. It might be in Lansing. So they got those really big homes that they subdivide into 3 or 4 condos. Could be 2, could be 3, could be 4. And send this photographer out there to fly over it. Anyways, this dude, he's got multiple listings in the last month. Door knocking, calling, texting. We teach all of it, right? We're not all about call for 3 hours. We're not about burning your arm off, writing envelopes for 3 hours to do just mail. We do call, text, email to 5 to 10 expireds a day. And we got the call script. We got a voicemail script because it's very different. We got a 3 and a 4 text sequence, one for luxury premier listings and one for everything else. And then we've got the emails that you're going to send. We've got the letters that you're going to send. We've got the booklets. We got the flip books. So people are just absolutely cleaning up with expireds, canceled, and the other leads in the database. And as you can see, referrals, right? Absolutely awesome stuff right there. But today, this call here is for Facebook ads. So if you want to log into Listings to Leads, I'm going to share something absolutely brand new. This is the first group of people that will have seen me teach this. I've done a couple of ads with it, and the results are absolutely fabulous. So you're going to be the first people to see this. I really want you to pay attention when I tell you. I'll point out when I get to that part. But who here wants to? And in fact, let me show you. I got a couple of screenshots. I'm gonna bring them over. And this ad right here, check this out. This is for a custom list of homes for sale. So this is going to his IDX, but we're capturing name, email, phone number, and we have 2 custom questions. Today, we're going to bump that up to 3 because I've tested a couple that are doing really well. I always thought asking 3 custom questions in the lead ad would be a negative. It's actually a positive if you do it, I think, the way I'm going to show you. And so this is just an ad, and this is the text above that image. So here's the image. This is the ad image right here. And the text above it just says, looking for a home with more land, more privacy, and more freedom. Get a free list of homes for sale with 1.1 plus acre updated every 15 minutes from the MLS. See homes with, and it's got a list of things related to those types of homes. Tap below to view all acreage homes instantly. Homes with 1 plus acre updated daily. Tap here. See home. No, when you click the ad, the lead form that comes up, there's 2 questions. Would you like to see a list of price reduced homes for sale? Would you like to get a list of similar homes when they list? Or you'll see it, but do you want to receive similar homes for sale when they come up or something like that? 80% of people are saying yes to both, which is absolutely phenomenal because they're responding to an ad, in this case about homes on 1 plus acre, which where he lives is a thing. And before they get to the IDX, they are not only is he getting their name, email, and phone number, but 80% of people are saying, yes, I want to get a list of price reduced homes for sale. 80% of people are saying yes to send me similar homes that come up, which is beautiful because now they are expecting him to send them these homes, even if they don't sign up on the IDX. He has got their permission and their desire to send them these homes. And his follow-up is going to be amazing because in his follow-up, when he calls, what I suggested and what I would recommend for everyone to do in your follow-up is going to be just to ask one question related to what your question was in the reply. So in this case, it would be, hey, Stephen, thank you for requesting more information about homes for sale with 1 plus acres on the lot. And you requested a list of price reduced homes for sale. What areas in particular are you looking for? So you confirm what they did, right? They clicked an ad, what the ad was about, and then you ask you just want one thing from them. All right. In your follow-up for these kind of ads, you're not going to go after them with how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how many square feet, no, right? Because now you're giving them homework. All I want is for them to respond to me. And then once they respond, I've got enough information that I can go and fine tune that criteria a little bit. But now I've also got permission to then I can follow up and say, oh, great. You're looking for homes in the western part of Folsom, California. Phenomenal. Is there anything else I should know? What price point or school district's important? Then I can follow up once they respond to me. Does that make sense for everybody? And so we're going to run through buyer ads. We're going to run through seller ads. If anybody's got an IDX website, you want me to show how to do a custom list of homes for sale, let me know. Just go ahead and drop in your website and I will use it. And a couple of other ads we're going to look at today are pending are the best. If you want to get seller leads, the pending ads with the custom questions, boom, absolutely awesome. Even if you don't have a pending listing, we're going to walk through how to do a pending listing ad, even if you don't have a pending listing. And if you got a sold, you can do a sold, just sold, pending. They're better than the what is your home worth? Okay. And yeah, all right. I got a couple of people. So perfect premiersouth.net and Sam sells suburbia. Oh, Samantha. Nice. All right. Sam sells suburbia. All right. I'll look at, if I can do two, I'll do two. All right. Yep. All right. I already got like too many. So we're no more IDX. So and it'll work pretty much the same for all of them. So let's do this. Let's go do custom list of homes for sale. Let's go to ads. And then we're going to do a listing. We're going to do a pending, like a listing for sale, a pending listing where you've got a pending listing. And then we're going to use a pending listing to generate seller leads. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to get listings, get into our expired group. I'm just telling you, I'll give you the link for that in a little bit, and I'll point you in the right direction with everything related to that. For a custom list of homes for sale, create Facebook ad. So I'm on the ads page. I am recording this. I'll make this available later. Create custom ad. And let's just see real quickly. Angela, let me just check out. Let me come up on my other premiersouth.net. All right. Angela was first. Premiersouth.net. All right. I can't spell premier. Premier South.net. All right. There we go. Let me bring it over. And in the meantime, Angela, what would be so when you want to think of like a custom list of homes for sale, what are the homes that are selling the most? So what is like in that area, and we can just make this up for now. All right. I don't want you waiting 5 minutes and getting back to me. But for everybody here, you want to think about what are the homes that are selling the most, and then back into that. So for example, it could be single story homes for downsizing. It could be homes with a pool in Charter Oak School District. Okay. So something like it could be new construction. Yeah. It could be a lot of different things. So what we want to do here is, let me see if this will work. So Charlotte, and again, I'm just, you don't need to follow me exactly, but just kind of, watch the flow of what I'm doing. All right. For bedrooms, I might just do 3, maybe 2 or 3, whatever it's going to be. But the more options is where I want to go typically. And I've never been on this website before, so hopefully I can do what I want to do. And oh, wow, we got property types. So this might be interesting. Oh my gosh. Wow. That might narrow it down way too much. All right. And let's see. Structural. So let's just say I'm going to make it up, and you might be able to in your back end. Oh, here we go. Pool. All right. So I'm going to say 1-story pool, golf course. All right. Apply filters. Boom. All right. And see that domain? So that URL, this URL up here, it totally shifted, right? It got all kind of crazy looking. That's good, because that means if I were to go to another browser and pop that in, that same result is going to come up. And so so now that's the URL we want to send people to. All right. So this is ostensibly the group of homes in our area that is selling really well. And so what we want to do is we're going to use the ad to call out, hey, get a list of homes for sale that are single story, although some of these don't look like single story. That's fine. Single story with a pool near a golf course. All right. Now that might be a little bit I'm not even going to say the golf course. I'm going to say just a single story is fine. So I'm going to say free list of homes for sale, single story with pool. Lead ad, buyer leads. Excuse me, my wife just made me a beautiful latte. So I'm going to have a little sip. I'm going to drop that link to my IDX website right there. I'm going to hit fetch. Nothing's going to come up. All right. Because these IDX links, what we're going to want to do is, and I'll just do a couple here. So these are expensive. I don't want, it's nice to show people and, ooh, 9 million. For a lot of people, that's going to be a turnoff because they're going to look at that and go, oh, that's nothing I can afford. And you may even want to, in your IDX link, maybe kind of tune in that price range a little bit so that, again, you want to be in what we call the meat of the market. I don't want too low. I don't want too high. I want just that price range that is moving because I'm trying to get homes sold. I'm not trying to run an ad for a $9 million listing that 3 people can afford. That's a very small market. I want to be more that meat where there's a lot of, where all the transactions are happening. I want to be where the money is, and the money is doing transactions, not sitting there with a marquee listing that's taking 3 years to sell. So the next part is, how do I, there we go. So then I would just grab some photos, right? So just grab some photos. When you're linking to IDX, you can grab photos like this. So I'm just going to save a couple of photos to my computer that are showing representative homes for that area. I don't want to be I want a different price points. I want to show different kind of looks for property. And we're going to be doing a carousel ad. And I'll just do one more. And as you saw with the one guy there, I did a map, right? I showed there was a map and then there was 4 more images. Let me bring that back up here. So this ad right here, it's actually, as you can see, it's carousel. The first image was that map from his website on his IDX. And then it was just 4 more homes of different price points and different looks. One had a pool, one didn't have a pool, one showed an RV. So I want people to, when they're seeing the ad, they see the map and then they see 4 different homes. Now, if you don't have a map, just get 5 images of different homes. And I can take a screenshot of this one and just save it to my computer. All right. So I would save these to my computer, get 5 nice images, and then back in listings to leads. And I actually have this text. I'm going to give you this text that was in the ad that we were just looking at. And you can copy and paste this text somewhere right now. This is the exact text that was in that ad that we were just looking at. And so what I would recommend that you do is paste it into primary text, just like I did. And I got my headline. And then what we're doing, we're just going to edit it. So we're going to edit it for our area. And now you can do whatever you want. If you got your perfect text and you got what you want to do and use Gemini or Chat GPT, whatever you want to do, go for it. But I'm going to say looking for a single story home with a pool, and kind of that other stuff doesn't really make sense, right? We're just doing a pool. I might put in an emoji of the sun, of somebody swimming, right? Of an island, right? Whatever, just give a little bit of color to it. Get a free list of homes of single story homes with pools, updated every 15 minutes from the MLS. See homes with, and I might just say primary bedroom on first floor, which is obvious, but that's fine. Beautiful pools, perfect for summer, patio and outdoor living. And then if you can't come up with 5 or 4 or whatever, 3 is fine. Tab below to view these homes instantly. Then we got homes. I'm going to say again, single story homes with pool. and see homes, see single story homes with pools at all price points. Next, I'm going to scroll down just a little bit more. I'm going to do my location. So you're going to do Roseville, California. Lifetime budget. I'm going to pop that up to 100. 35 is barely enough it's not even enough for Facebook algorithm to really get it into the audience. 35 is just the bare bones minimum. I recommend at least $50 for 7 days, if not 70. A lot of people you'll hear will say you want to spend at least $10 a day on Facebook ads, which I don't argue with. That's a good number. And you can do, if you want to do $50 and do a 5-day ad. So I can do start and end date. I can end that in 5 days, right? Or if I do 100, then I'd leave it for a week. And the cool thing is you can always extend ads. You can turn them off, right? There's a lot of really cool things that you can do when needed. All right. Upload. All right. Upload image and video. Now we're not going to do video, but so then upload those images. Like I said, if we're going to do a custom list of homes for sale, I want to snag either 4 to 5 home images of different homes. These should be attractive. They should be something. You're a real estate agent. When you're talking to buyers and you're looking at homes in the area, what would be the 5 homes that you think would appeal to the biggest group of buyers? So I don't want to show the same home essentially 5 times. I want to show different price points within the range I'm doing. Maybe a one with beautiful landscaping and the one that's got a beautiful pool, and then one that shows a nice patio so people can be inspired and motivated and engaged by different aspects of the different photos that you're showing. Now, if you've been on my training a lot, very rarely do I, like, for example, on a listing, I would never say do a carousel. This is one of the few times doing a carousel ad is actually a benefit or beneficial. And so I can just select, I can say do that one, and I'll insert. And again, if you got like the one with the map, right, that would be the first one. Here I can reorder. Now, this is the critical part. All right, so pay attention right here. This is where we're going to ask some questions that are really going to help our engagement. So I'm going to click on create new form. And right here it says form questions. Check this out. On a Facebook lead ad, you always get name, email, and phone number. That's the default. And that's what we're all used to, name, email, phone number. But check this out. If I were to click right on one, notice the first 2 questions are, what is your time frame to buy? Would you like my free ultimate guide to buying a home? That's fine, but we can do better. So I'm going to turn those 2 off. And everyone's going to be different. So I would recommend when you got a few minutes, when you're not rushed, come in here and click on that button and just look at these questions. And I like to just scroll down first. For example, if you're doing new construction, this is a great one. Would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? Yes, please. No, thank you. That's phenomenal, because if they say yes to that, then what I would do is before I send it to them, I would follow up with them. Hey, thank you for requesting our builder incentives and specials. I just want to make sure, what areas are you looking for? Because there's a lot of great builders around here. And I just want to make sure that I get you the information that you're requesting and not overloading you. So you see how these questions, when you ask them strategically, they can really help the follow up, and they can make the lead, the person responding to the ad, more engaged with the outcome. Because now if I clicked on your ad and I said, yeah, I want to get the current builder incentives and specials, I'm going to be waiting on those, right? Now, not every single person, but enough of them are going to be waiting for you to get them that list. And that's where the phone call comes in, or the text, or third place, an email, qualifying a little bit to get a little bit more information. A, I know you're a real person. And B, they know I'm a real person. And C, so that I can get them the information they want without overloading them. Everybody get that? Are we good? And so they give me a thumbs up, a yes, a no. that you get what I'm talking about there. And you get the power of these questions because I've done a little bit of testing on them and just the immediate response and the immediate feedback was really good. But let's dial this in for this list of homes for sale. Now here, this is really interesting. This is really cool. What's most important to you in your next home? Notice we repeat that 4 or 5 times, maybe five. Again, what's most important to you in your next home? Again and again. What is different about them? Why do we repeat these 5 times? Because we got 5 different property types. First time buyers, for family move up buyers, downsizing, lifestyle second home. So if you're in Florida, maybe luxury executive. So if we're doing single story, I might do downsizing and then I can mouse over the questions and see what are the options. So the question, what's most important to you in your next home? And when the options are going to be single story, low maintenance, golf course, great neighborhood, close to dining, space for visiting family, all or most of these are important. I like that one. All right, that's a good one. I'm going to scroll up a little bit more. Would you like to be notified first when similar listings hit the market? Yes, no. I think I like that one. I'm going to say yes to that one. Because when I say yes to that one, now if they say yes, I got permission to set them up and they've essentially asked me to send them more listings. Now, if they sign up at my IDX, phenomenal, but most people don't. So now I've got permission to add them to it. And then again, follow up. Hey, I thank you for click on the ad. And I saw that you want to be, if I look at here, so let's say here they say single story and then they say yes to similar listings. Now my follow-up on is say, thank you for clicking on my ad for the list of homes for sale in Charlotte. And that single story home is important to you in your next move, which is phenomenal. There's a lot of great single story homes for sale and that you like to be notified when new listings hit the market. Are there any areas in particular that you would prefer? Boom. Now, as the lead, they know you're an agent that's paying attention to what's going on and wants to get them really what they're looking for. All right, let's do one more question. That was two. And then, would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? That could be another one. See if you qualify for 0 down could be one. That's four. Don't do more than three. And then I like to make sure they're in the right order. So we got, because the order matters as well. And I'll tell you why. Would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? That's perfect for the first question in the lead form. Why? Because it's super simple to respond to, yes or no. And for the people that say yes to it, that is a really nice value for them. All right, great. I'm going to get a list of price reduced homes for sale like this one. All right, perfect. Next up is, would you like to be notified first? All right, that's a great word. First, when similar listings hit the market. Again, super easy. And then the third one's a little bit more difficult. And it's not difficult, but it's going to be it's going to take a few more seconds to respond to. But they said yes to the price reduced. They said yes or no to the second one. And now they're more invested in the whole process. So now we get to find out a little bit more information. And then just hit create form and then create ad. And it was literally that easy. Spend a minute or two with those questions, all right? And be strategic about it. Think through, try to remember what I just said about the reasons why. And it's pretty obvious why, but definitely just take a minute, especially in the beginning, to look at that. And now the ad will go off to Meta, that will get approved. And let me just super quickly, let me just look at Samantha Hurley. Sam sells suburbia. Let's see what we can do here. Sam sells to, let's see if I can spell. And properties, my listings, and Samantha, do you have, is there IDX on here? Let me see. Maybe I'm just missing it. My listings, find a home. You know what? All right. Search properties. What am I doing? Over here on the left. Let's click on that. Let's see what we come up with. Oh, maybe. All right. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let's see if Samantha mentions. Did they get the link to the list you created? Yeah. When they click through the ad, they're going to land on that IDX page. All right. So whatever link we put in is where they're going to land. All right. All right. So whatever, this isn't doing anything. You could still just use the same link right here. And now you are going to then have to set them up. Then you'll have to set them up like in an MLS or your IDX, right? So it looks like this website find a home. My God, what am I doing? Let's see, find a home. And it may just not be coming up. Maybe it's my computer. Find a home here. Oh, geez. I got turkey on the brain, maybe. And all right, listing details. All right, regardless. Even if your website doesn't have IDX, just send them to it's better to have the IDX where you're going to send them to, like I showed you with the Premier South website, right? That would be better. Second best is if your website, for whatever reason, doesn't have the IDX, just send them to your homepage. But then what you're going to want to make sure that you do is set them up. Either IDX would be the first choice, the MLS would be the second choice. All right. So even if your website doesn't have IDX, it's fine. You can still totally do what we're doing because in properties and menu. Oh, Samantha, that's okay. But you get my point, right? So yeah, just and for a lot of people, you may not be able to create that link on the public facing side of it, but in your back end, ask support for your IDX if you don't know how to do it, and tell your support, say, hey, how do I create an IDX link where I can share with people for whatever it is that you're trying to do the custom list for? And then that would be the link that you put in. Again, create Facebook ad, create custom ad. All right. Here, like we said before, custom list. It's a lead ad, buyer, and then just put that link right here, website landing page URL. And submit. Don't worry, you're fine. Brian, should they answer the questions before going to the list? They're going to have to answer those questions that we selected before they get to the list. So the answer is yes. Now, they're going to be able to, and so for example, let's just say Samantha doesn't even have IDX, because there is a total school of thought that says you do not send them anything until you're able to connect with them, phone, text, or email. So there is an absolute school of thought that would say, you know what, send them to your homepage or just don't send them anywhere, because until they tell me, give me a little bit more information, because I don't want to waste my time sending them listings, right? They want listings. They want these listings. So before I send them and give them what they want, I need to get a little bit more information from them. And so until they respond via phone, text, or email, I'm not going to send them anything. So I'm not going to sit here and say which one's better, because you can argue both sides. But so Brian, to your point, they will have to answer those 3 questions I selected, but then B, whether I send them to an IDX where they can look at homes and what have you, and maybe you've got it set up for three property views or something like that, and then they have to register, or you don't, whatever it's going to be. But yeah, so anyways, I think we're good. All right, because I want to get to 2 more things. Actually, I want to get to 3 more things. I got 20 minutes. All right, listings. Let's take a look at a listing. Let's take a look at a listing. This could be your listing. This could be a listing that you borrow. Could be coming soon, just listed, active, open house. I'll just do open house. Again, your listing, the listing that you're borrowing. I'm going to click on Facebook and Instagram ad, right? Click on market listing, the green market listing button, click on Facebook and Instagram ad. This is way easier. The custom list, that's the hardest ad to do because I got to do everything manually. All these other ones are way, way easier. It's going to autofill location, autofill radius, lifetime budget. Again, I'm going to change my budget to $50. The open house, let's just say, is this Sunday. So I'm going to take my ending date to Sunday. Oh, 12/7. Sorry. I meant 11/30. So it's going to run for essentially 4 days. The image is great. The text is fine. I don't need to change the text. I don't need to change the image, but we want custom questions. We want to make sure we're dialed in there. So advanced options, and there's that button, create new form, and form questions right here. Again, name, email, phone number are popping up because that's always the default. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to uncheck your time frame to buy. And what's your time frame to buy is a total valid question. I just like to turn them all off and start with all off. It's just how I do it. And I always go to the bottom for some reason. And I just work my way up. So again, if this is new construction, I would 100% add this one in there because somebody did mention new construction. What's important to you in your next home? So let's just say, for example, this is in an area with a lot of kids and it's a good school district. So I'm going to select for family move up buyers. Now, this is not only appropriate for family move up buyers because of course anyone it could be an old retired couple that buy it. So we're not pigeonholing the replies, and we're not saying it's for family. Nobody sees this part here. All they see is what's most important to you in your next move. And for this one, it's going to be great schools, family friendly neighborhood, open floor plan, extra bedrooms, private backyard, close to shopping. All or most of these are important. So I'm going to select that question and I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to do zero down or down payment assistance. Maybe it's a kind of a medium, lower priced home. If it's not, I wouldn't check this. So if it's kind of medium high price point, I wouldn't check it. And if I didn't want to deal with down payment assistance stuff, then I wouldn't check it either. But with housing affordability, I'm going to check it. And I might do, let's see, what do we got up here at the top? And I think I'll just do price reduced. I'm going to do create form. Then I close advanced options. I only need advanced options for those questions. And then create ad. So your normal ads that you're going to do with listings to leads are just so drop dead easy. We started off with the most difficult one there being the custom list to homes for sale. But a lot of people have always wanted to know how to do that. So I want to make sure that everybody knows. But now let's do a pending. So we're going to do pending twice. If you've got a pending listing here, and you can do this with sold, I'm just going to show with pending because these are great seller leads. But again, get into I'm going to give this link right here. This is for our expired 2026 pipeline builder. This is a ridiculous, oh my God, people are getting listings. And again, it's not just expireds. They're using the same tools and tactics to get seller leads out of their database. One of our clients or one of our people in there, on the same day, she got a come list me call from an expired. And then she got a call from her database because she was sending text messages and emails to expireds. And then she was sending essentially the same to her database, to the seller leads. And on the same day, she got a come list me call from an expired. And she got a call from a seller lead in her database that wanted her to list her home. And she's going there today. She's probably there right now, or she's going to be there in a little bit, signing the listing agreement, right? They're going to go over the listing. They're going to go over the booklet, right? The marketing plan, but she's going to get the listing, which is awesome. So for a pending listing where you've got the pending listing or sold, and this could be, you could just sold 5 months ago. All right. It sold 2 years ago. whatever, or pending, like I'm going to show you. If you need help getting you may have signed up recently. You may have a property that's currently under contract or pending. And when I say pending, under contract, active contingent, whatever it is that you call it once you're in contract is what I'm referring to. If you need help getting that into your listings to leads account, get with our support team. It's super easy. They'll walk you through how to add it. Takes 3 minutes. And it's a great way to get seller leads. So click the green market listing button, Facebook and Instagram ads. And these are averaging $9 a lead in the last 7 days, like 940, 950 a lead in the last 7 days. Another home in Rockland, California is now pending and expected to close soon. When this home is sold, it will affect your home's value. Click below to get your new updated home value estimate now. The reason this is even better than a home value, it's essentially the same type of lead, but the reason this is better than a what is your home worth ad is because it relates to a specific property in the area. It is more of a content type post or ad versus an ad when you do the what is your home worth type of thing. So doing this, no, there's a edit. You'll notice if I click in here, I can edit. Another home in Rockland, California is now pending, expected to close soon. And I could even say, for example, 34 Rockland homes sold in October with the highest priced home selling at $895. When this home is sold, it will affect your home's value. Boom, bada bing, or leave everything else the same. So adding that line there of the little quick market report sentence can be pretty good, because what are we trying to do? We're trying to give people information that they may not have known. So the people seeing this ad in this area are going to know something that they didn't know before. First is, oh, another home in Rockland is pending. Okay, that's cool. If I'm a homeowner and I see that and I'm thinking about selling at some point, I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. It's cool to hear that homes are actually going into contract or just sold or sold, any of that. The reason I like pending is it's an action. It's almost like a verb, all right, where it's on that run to closing. Once it's closed, and that's awesome, but oh my God, another home just went into contract. All right, good. The market's moving. There's something just a little bit different. Those leads are in the $9 range. Just sold are in the $12 range. And I'm going to show you how to do this where you haven't had a pending listing in 3 years. I hope that's nobody here, but I'm just saying I'm going to show you how to do it, even if you don't have a pending listing, once we get done with this one. So check this out. $50 budget, nothing, it's all the same thing. In fact, I'm going to change that though to 70. You got to think you're coming in at $10 a lead, generating 3 or 4 leads. Yeah, here's the thing. You can't generate 3 or 4 leads and go, oh my God, I got nothing from it because I called those leads. You got to have a large enough sample size, right? We all know about statistics and things like that. So you got to have a large enough sample size. So you really, if you're going to be going after, and that's what I'm saying, get involved with our expired training. And because again, that leverages or that takes advantage of both expireds and the seller leads that are already in your database. If you want to get listings, that is what you want to do. But this is totally great as well. They're both viable. Just the other one I mentioned is actually cheaper, quicker, and easier once you understand it. All right, let's just go right back into those questions. Advanced options. Now check this out. These are completely different questions. Create new form. And then I'm going to click on the questions to open them up. What is your time frame to sell? Let's turn that off. So would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? Leave that on. I like that. So I am finding those people, because here's the deal. If somebody says yes to that, Holy cow, that's phenomenal. And we've had people say yes to that. And what you do is you're going to call them up or email or text, and you're going to say, Steve, this is Scott. Thank you for clicking on my ad about the pending listing in Folsom. And I saw that you said yes to that you may sell your home that you may sell your home if you got the right price. What price are you thinking? And then Steve, he's a curmudgeon, and he's going to tell me, if you give me $5 million, then I'll sell it. And I would just tell Steve, great, phenomenal. Let me come over and look at your property. When do you have 5 minutes? I've got 15 buyers looking for homes in Folsom. 3 of them have been pre-approved for over 4 months, and they're ready to move right now. So if you got time either this afternoon or on Friday, I can come over. 5 minutes max is all I need. Which one of those works for you? All right. Easy. So that's one. Another good one. I'm telling you, there's 2 more. I love these 3. See how AI can help you sell faster for top dollar, and see how my 100 plus point home marketing plan works for your home. I One of our clients, she had 2 people say yes to this, and notice these options. Yes, please. Then you're going to send them the flip book for your listing presentation. I'll show you where that is in a minute. It's the same link John Summers used to get the invitation over to that referral's house without even having to ask. The second option is yes, and please customize for my home. And that's what this one woman got 2 people in one day saying yes to. So they said, when the question was, see how my 100 plus point home marketing plan works for your home, she had 2 people in one day say yes and customize. Then what you're going to do is add their home to your account as listing presentation. And you're going to send them either the link to the flip book, or you could even print it up if you wanted to. All right. Or they say no. Now I'm going to scroll back up. I want to make sure I got the right order. I always like to make sure. So name, email, and phone number are always going to be there. All right. But would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? That's a yes or no. So that's a good one. See how AI can help you sell faster for top dollar. That's yes or no. That's a good one. And yeah, I like that order. If I didn't like the order, I could drag it around and then see how AI can help you sell for top dollars now on top. But I actually like to put that one more on the bottom. I'm actually going to put that below 100 point home marketing plan. And some of this is just feel, right? It's not all science, but in my mind, what I'm thinking is, would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? A lot of people are going to say no, but some would say yes. So if they say yes, they're already thinking, oh, I'm liking this. Man, if I can get 800,000, definitely. And then see how my 100, that's impressive. 100 plus point home marketing plan. Okay. Yeah. Let me check that out. That's cool. And then it's see how AI can help you sell faster for top dollar. And we've done a lot of great training on that, especially in the expired, where I'm not going to get into it right now, but we've got some really great training on that. And just create form. Close advanced options. I can change this image. I'll just show you real quickly here. If I go change template for ads, actually, I like the one on top, right? We got that template and I like red. You can change the images. You can change the color, change the text by clicking edit. And then everything here is editable, but all of this is fine. I don't need to change anything. Just to show you, I can change the color. I do like red, regardless of your brand color. You want a color that contrasts on Facebook, whatever that means for you. For me, I just like red. It just pops on Facebook very nicely. But it's also got to look good with the photos too, right? There's a little bit of, you want to contrast on Facebook, but you also want it to look nice with the photos of the property. And I've done ads where I change the color and my cost per lead can go down or up depending on the color I use with nothing else changing, which is interesting. We got 5 more minutes. I hope everyone's got their shopping done for Thanksgiving. If you're not, get out of here. Okay. But I'm going to show you how to run the ad when you don't have a pending listing. Real quickly, I'm going to copy that text. All right. I'm going to copy that text. I'm going to paste it into StreamYard. So if you want to copy that and just edit it for your area, you can. And we're going to go to landing pages, free home values. I'm going to click on marketing tools. And it's going to drop me right on Facebook ad. So this right here is not bad at all. Now keep in mind, what is your home worth ads typically cost anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks a lead. Hey, if you got $400 to $500 a month just for these kind of ads, great. And hey, if you're a team and you're selling 3 to 4 listings a month, you've got the budget. These can be great ads, but I like to flip in so it's more like a pending because it's going to be cheaper. All right. So another home in Rockland, California is now pending, expected to close soon. So check this out. You don't have a pending listing, which is fine. So what you can do, and you can do it with a old sold listing of yours because it was pending at some point, or you can go into the MLS and find a listing. And this was the original from the MLS. And this was, there we go. What we like our version. So what I want is I just want a representative image of a home in the area. I'm not saying this home went pending. I'm just saying another home went pending in Folsom. All right. Don't get too tied into, oh, that home didn't go pending. Here's another one. That's from the MLS, threw into ChatGPT, and it came up with this one. Totally different, right? The other one, if we bring it up, you're going to see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows around the left side. If you call that thing there. Anyways, it's got a lot of space between the garage and the front door. And then the version I come up with, right? 3 windows, super short space between here, sidewalk in front where the other one didn't have a sidewalk, completely different home. I'm just using it as inspiration so that when people see my ad, they can see, oh, that looks like a home in the area, right? MLS. All right. So that's the MLS. And this is my version. Different tree, different stone, different garage door type altogether. You could even say, I'm showing the window, right? The garage door on mine is completely different. The way the roof line is different. All right. So if you don't have a pending listing, and the other thing is maybe you got a pending listing, but the photo is not that great. It's, oh my God, that photo could be a lot better. Upload it into ChatGPT and just say, make this photo beautiful so that I can use it in my real estate marketing and make it look a little bit more expensive. You see what I just did there? Oh, dude, you're on the call with us. Will this be for all ad, seller, or buyer lead gen? So, dude, 35 for buyer ads it's just the bare minimum. So when we had to put up something in there, so it was just like, I'm not going to put in 100 because then people are going to not pay attention and they're going to spend $100 and maybe they don't have the budget for it. So 35 is the minimum. The problem is $35 over the course of a week is not enough money for the Facebook algorithm to really get going with it. We got people that spend $200-$300 a week on an ad because they know we're going to get cheaper leads in general. The quality gets better over time and the algorithm gets better the more it's able to put it in front of people and find out who's going to interact with it and so on. At 35, you're barely scratching the surface with it. You're really not getting a lot of the benefits of the algorithm, right? And so on and so forth. And yeah, Mohammed, that'd be for all ads. And then for sellers, the same thing, except for seller ads, they're always 2 to 3x the price of a buyer ad. Keep in mind, typically not for down payment assistance or low end homes, but for mid higher end homes, 25 to 30% of the buyer leads are going to have a home to sell as well. I hear a lot from people. the best seller leads are buyer leads that have a home to sell. Does it mean you get more clicks per in general? Not always. So in general, yes. All right. So here's the chat ad or the chat home, and here's the MLS. Right. This is right. That's from the MLS. That to me, that just looks not very attractive. This is way more attractive. All right. So that could be for any of you, right? You got a listing where the photo is okay, right? The yard is fine. There's all these shadows and the coloring looks a little bit off and what have you. It's not awful, awful. Stains in the driveway, right? Versus this, which looks more like beautiful. Whatever. You get my point. So we were back here. We're doing that. What we're doing is a pending ad where we don't have a pending listing. So location, I changed the text. I'm going to add in the location, lifetime budget, and I'll say 70. Start and end date, change template, change image. So I'm going to change the image, and I'm just going to grab one of those images of mine that was from Chat GPT. So I'll just grab, I don't need to overthink it. I'll just say that one, because that's actually, no, that's not from Chat GPT, but that's fine. And last thing I'm going to do before I hit create ad is I'm going to look at those questions again. And, oh, God dang it. One more. All right. I totally forgot to do something. I want to change from traffic to lead ad. So if you're going to use home value, we default to traffic. You're going to want to change it to lead ad for what we're doing here. So let me just put that back in. Put location. Sorry, that was my fault. So yeah, again, under objective, traffic just means they're going to land on the landing page of the property website with no lead form. There's a reason for this. Don't worry about it for now. What you want to do is go to lead ad right here. Everything else is the same, like what we just did. And under advanced options, create new form, right? We've done this a few times now. We should be a little bit better at it. We're going to scroll down. I'm going to turn off. Hey, what is your time frame to sell? That's completely valid. That's a valid question. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? I like that one. And see my 100-point home marketing plan. Boom. All 3 great questions. Close, advanced options, create ad. And last thing here, just for 1 minute, let's go back and look at that pending listing that we just did. And let's look at those questions so you can see how they look. Is that your home address? 15? No, 15 Ambient Way. Steve, I hope you're joking. My address. Yeah, my address is 15 Ambien. Yeah, there you go. My address is 15 Ambien Way. So if we look at this ad, you'll see, and then the lead notification you're going to get. So check this out, right? So when people click your ad, buyer or seller, it'll drop into your CRM. And oh yeah, I'll get that to him in a little bit. And pending in Rockland, here we go. Open it up. And would you sell? Maybe if the price is right. Oh, maybe the price is right. See my 100-point home marketing plan. Yes, and customize for me. Continue. And if they didn't answer that, it'll pop it up like that just did. See how AI can sell your home faster? Yes. Continue. Now, before I can hit continue, as I was starting to talk about, when you get the lead notification from Listings to Leads, or it drops into your CRM, in the email, it will list these 3 questions and it's going to list their replies. So take a look at the lead notification either in your CRM, if it's going there, or in the email from Listings to Leads, or on the lead detail page in Listings to Leads. But before you follow up, Take a look at the questions that you asked, because you may or may not remember, and take a look at what they said. Because if somebody said, maybe if it was the right price for would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months, if you got the right price, okay, that's going to be a part of my follow up. See how my 100 plus point home marketing plan works for your home. Yes, and please customize for my home. That's going to be part of my follow up. See how AI can help sell your home faster for top dollar. Yes, show me how. That's going to be part of my follow up. Or if they said no, or a combination thereof, right? You get it? So yeah, make sure to pay attention to that. And if you don't have your, so like for example, Mohammed, you got Bold Trail. For all of you, go to your profile to connect to CRM, right? There's a tab called CRM integration, and Bold Trail is the second one. So for Bold Trail, you're going to get your site token ID. I have no idea what that is. See here how to find. Apparently our support team, but ask Bold Trail support if you need to. Boomtown, Brivity, Lofty, Follow Up Boss, Lion Desk, not really around anymore. Real Geeks, Sierra, Top Producer, Wise Agent, Zapier, Thanks.io. If your CRM is not listed, go to other CRMs. There's what's called a lead forwarding email address. Your CRM will have that, and you can just drop that email. It's not Scott@listingsleads.com that goes here. The lead forwarding email from your CRM is going to be something weird looking that you'll drop here. Right. Yeah, I'm familiar with Real Geeks. I'm not like, don't ask me to train you on it, but I'm familiar with it. They want a what's called site UUID number. Steve, I'm not an agent anymore, so I don't have any CRM. Can you? Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, for sure, 100%. So his question was, can you use new construction listing for a lead ad? Yeah, 100%. And in fact, you're going to see here in mine, I got a couple more minutes. I got to start cooking for tomorrow. Excited. But yeah, let me show you. I believe this listing here. If I go market listing, Facebook and Instagram ad, and you're going to see, I think, or did I change it? Let's see. Wow. All of a sudden, my internet got slow. Let's see. Come on. Goodness. All right. I changed it to just listed. But you know what you can do is, for example, if I go change template, and it really should say change edit. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to select this one. And then I'm going to click edit. And then here I can edit each image or this like banner. And I might just say new construction, just listed in Folsom, or just new construction in Folsom. Right now it's got that right in the image, which I like. And this is what I prefer. Oh yeah, dude, that's right. You got that. Yeah, you got that new construction. So it'll autofill location, right? My budget. So again, I'm going to go to 50 minimum, and under advanced options for dude, check this out, because if you want to impress a builder, check this out. This will blow their socks off if you show it to them. And you don't have to show them like how you do it. You can just show them the ad later, and I'll show you how to show them later. So check this out. If I was doing new construction, I'm going to uncheck, and I'm going to do, see if you qualify for 0 down payment assistance, because they're all offering that. And then I would check builder incentives or specials. That's different, right? There's some overlap there. We know there's overlap, but to the lay person, those are two different things. So would you like 0 down or down payment assistance options? That's also for resale. That doesn't have to be new construction. And then this one right here specifically is for new construction. And then depending on the type of property, dude, I might go, no, all right, hold on. Let me just back up. Let me see here. You do, are you working with a lender? That's, to me, that's just, I think I'll just leave, what is your time frame to buy? So we got, what is your time frame to buy? See if you qualify for zero down. And would you, so I would change the order. I would change the order on these. Like what is most compelling? Most compelling is for new construction, builder incentives. So I want that to be the first question. And then I want, see if you qualify for zero down next. And then I want, what's your time frame to buy? Because I will get a more honest answer. Oh, I put that. Let me just move it. Probably doesn't matter, but I want to put that builder special above. There we go. So now my ad, when they click my ad, it's going to say, dude, this would be perfect for any of you doing new construction. This right here would be the perfect, as far as I'm concerned, the perfect combination of questions. Would you like me to send you current builder incentives? They're going to say yes to that. See if you qualify for a zero down payment. Typically, I've seen about 75 to 80% of people say yes to that. And then if they say yes to either one of those two, the likelihood of them honestly answering your time frame to buy will be a lot better. And here's a little tip. When people say just dreaming, typically that means they are first-time home buyers. And so they don't really know the process. And so they just don't know. They want to buy, but they don't know their credit's good enough. Do they have enough down payment? They don't know how the loan works. And so don't get discouraged when you get leads saying they're just dreaming. It just means they're probably a first-time home buyer. Okay. Not always, but generally speaking. I love that. Yeah. All right. Hey, Mohammed, I hope I got your name right. I keep feeling like I'm mispronouncing your name. So hopefully I'm not pissing you off, and hopefully I got your name right. But anyways, you got it? Is that good? For any of you doing new construction, that's what, dial that in. I think that's awesome. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go get some turkey action happening. Make sure your turkey's out of the freezer. It should be brining at this point, and then into the fridge tonight so it can air dry, so that we get some nice crispy turkey tomorrow. All right. Anybody need any cooking tips, or are we good? All right. Let me get a happy Thanksgiving from everybody. Let's wish each other happy Thanksgiving as we sign off. And Brian, yeah, I'll put this into the group. It's on our YouTube channel. So if you go to, I'll give you the YouTube channel, right? In fact, let me show you, because this is for everybody here as well. Go to marketing calendar and resources. All of our webinars can be right here. Just click on where it says subscribe. It really just should say go to or something. So just click on that, go to our YouTube channel. All of these what calls are here. And then for our Facebook group, click here, and that you can join our Facebook group, and that will open up. My computer is being a little slow. So if you're not a member, it will prompt you to join, and then go to check our Instagram. I'm trying to get better at doing Instagram. All right. I need more people liking and commenting on my stuff. So make sure you get over to our Instagram and check that out. And again, I finally am dialing in, doing my Instagram videos better, my TikToks better. So you'll see more from me on there as well. Mahmood. Okay. Thank you. Mahmood. Okay. I think I was getting it right then, but okay. Thank you. Nah, mood. I do. That'll be a joke. That'll be the joke between us. If you ever hear me say nah, mood, that's funny. Anyways, all right, everybody, get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. Any questions? Get into the mastermind group. I don't mind helping you out, repeating something if I need to. And with that, take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends and family. Eat. We'll talk to you soon.